The Rise of God's Captives, Episode 55. She was in his arms for like 10 minutes in silence, but wasn't sleeping, and himself too was not sleeping. Though her eyes were closed, but his eyes were open, staring into space. After 10 minutes, turned and drew her in closer to cling tightly to his body, breast to breast and pelvis to pelvis with seductive moves, and her eyes and breath laden with sexual desire. He caressed her ear and her hair with his hand gently, and they were like that till 1 a.m., yet neither of them was really sleeping. She was heavily weighed downward with a strong desire to make love, and when she could no longer hold it, she reached down her hands into his boxers and cradled his genitals in her palms and began to fondle them passionately. Uchenna became very hard in less than 3 minutes and couldn't hold it. He put her on the hair amorously and held her tightly, and this encouraged her to go the extra mile, intensifying the stroking, using her hand to encircle his testicles at the base, massaging them lightly between her thumb and index finger. She gently pulled them away from his body, holding them in a compact sack. This exposed more nerve endings and increased his pleasure level while she lightly stroked them with her fingertips, using her hand like ping pong paddle, very lightly battling it back and forth and rubbing them back and forth as if she was trying to start a fire. The quick touches felt very invigorating and increased circulation of blood to the surface of his skin. Then he let out a pleasure moan and began to pull off Shalom's lingerie with speed. In less than 60 seconds, he ripped off everything from her body, pulled down his boxers, and slid smoothly into her ready wet honeypots as she positioned herself for the ride. It felt good having him inside her. She had really missed him, and she didn't even wait to reach orgasm before moaning in enjoyment as he rode her. For him, it felt good. It felt cool doing this again, and he didn't hide the fact that he was enjoying it as well. Seeing him enjoying the lovemaking turned her on even more and increased her moaning to another level. Because he was tired and didn't eat dinner before going to bed, he got exhausted about 10 to 15 minutes into the act and ejaculated, then fell back to the bed beside her, breathing hard, and it wasn't long before he dozed off. She didn't reach orgasm, but it was satisfying enough to her seeing her husband make love to her again after 9 hopeless months of staying without him. She turned and looked at him as he slept peacefully, then smiled to herself, knowing that there's going to be yet another round of sex in the morning and hopefully more mind blowing ones during the day because she had already thrown her shame and pride away, ready to gain her place in his heart by every possible means. She collected some tissue papers and cleaned him up, then covered him with the thick duvet before attending to herself. She checked on Splendor to be sure that she is properly positioned, then lay down to sleep. While trying to catch sleep, a thought came to her mind, and the thought came to remind her that she hasn't observed her quiet time. The time for quiet time has passed already. Let me just sleep small, she told herself when the thought came to her mind. Shalom, you can still observe the quiet time before sleeping. Even if it's just 30 minutes, just do it. Just do it. The nudging thought came again. Oh, I've been up since morning and haven't had any little time to rest. Let me rest. I'll wake up by 4 a.m. to observe it, she thought. But another thought came. You're now giving excuses because your husband is back. But all the while he's not been around, you've been you've been praying for his return. You never complained about needing rest despite the stress you go through daily from the office and coming back home to take care of the house. This is how you will start giving excuses again for why you won't be able to observe your quiet time, and you will end up sliding back into your comfort zone and lose your spiritual life. Then all your weaknesses will start resurfacing again, and you will scare your husband away with your attitude. Shalom jumped down from the bed like someone who was being pursued. She didn't even wait for the thought to complete the message it was trying to send. She left the bed in search of a Bible to perform her quiet time. This is the end of episode 55. I'm sorry I have to do it as a voice note because this was a particular episode I posted that violated the rules of YouTube according to them. So I don't want to post it again and get into their trouble. So I'm just being careful. All right. Thank you for your understanding. The next episode too will be through voice note. I hope my voice is not so boring. Please drop a love note for me. All right. For those who are following me directly on YouTube and are not my follower on Facebook, where I earlier announced about the termination of my YouTube account. This is me trying to inform you that my former YouTube account was terminated because they said I violated their rules. So please, this is a new YouTube account. Try and subscribe to this new YouTube account. I'm starting afresh. As a matter of fact, I lost all the videos I've uploaded on the former account and everything. I'm just starting afresh. So please, this is a new YouTube account. Don't mistake it for the old one. Try and subscribe. Don't just read and go, please. I'm depending on God and you all for your support to bounce back to normalcy. So I need you to subscribe. Subscribe. I love you so much. Thank you for all your support and your encouragement. Stay tuned for the next episode, episode 56. Bye.